so the idea is, one, you have faster cash flow, which is good. Second, some percentage of people are not going to necessarily redeem it. And so that becomes pure profit, right? Because the way that hers is written, it's not redeemable for cash in any way. All right, now, I think one of the unique components of her membership offer, really smart, because lingerie in and of itself, right? Not as recurring of a purchase. Like if I were to say, hey, name me a membership type, the first thing that came to mind probably wasn't going to be lingerie. It probably, if anything, that just when I think lingerie, I think special occasion, right? Which by its very nature is going to be intermittent, not recurring on a regular basis, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be a special occasion, just be an everyday occasion, right? And so it's like, how do you get people to consistently buy from you? Well, the discount's a huge part because they figure that over the year they're going to buy. Number one. Number two, they can choose to not purchase anything the whole year. And so they can just choose to execute their credit only on the months they do have special occasions. But at least it keeps it top of mind. And I would imagine that many women, her target audience, like shopping. And it's almost like window shopping done digitally, where they say, hey, here's a bunch of stuff that we think you might like. And some people just enjoy window shopping. I mean, it's something that women do on a regular basis, or people do on a regular basis in real life, and they do the same thing online. People browse and they don't buy anything because they still get some dopamine or whatever it is that reinforces them from looking. Next thing that she's really gone all in on with this membership is that she almost makes it hard to not buy the membership. And so you can look here at her purchase page. So first off, the button says member add to bag. It doesn't say buy, it doesn't say guest checkout, it says member add to bag. And you can see the breakdown too, where she has kind of like a double price drop, right? So you've got guest purchase, which is almost grayed out, right? You can even see they changed the pixel so it's a little bit, it's like good, better, best, right? And so the worst here is, guest is $12.95, right? Then member is $9.95. But for you, because you're brand new, and I'm obviously not a G-string penny collector. Maybe I am. You never know. My other life. But it's $5.18. So you see this tremendous price drop, so 60% off. And if someone's like, well, shoot, I'd rather do that. And then when you find out, oh, you can just apply that today and never have to pay again because you could skip functionally every other purchase, that becomes a very attractive offer. But you have to cancel in a month. Right? Well, you could cancel whenever you want, but you probably only be reminded to cancel in a month. But at that point, they'll present you new stuff. And so if you have a membership offer, I think making that your primary offer and then basically downselling the premium is one way of doing it that obviously has worked very well for her. And I will mention this just because I think it's an obvious one. Having third-party financing is very, you'll just make more money. So if you don't have that integrated to your site, especially if you're doing physical products, you're typically losing somewhere in the neighborhood of 30% of your sales. And so to summarize my rating and critique for this business, I rate this a baddie business out of 10. And if you want me to break down or critique another business and run through the models that we teach at acquisition.com, put it below and I'll put it in my lineup for next businesses.